Hi guys, welcome back to TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In this reading, we are looking at the person on your heart and mind. This could be somebody you're currently in a relationship with. It could be somebody that you've got history with. It could be just... This is a relationship reading, so there has to be somebody else in your energy. This is for the month of June for Sagittarius. I just want to welcome everybody in. If you're a new viewer, I hope this resonates with you. If it does, please drop a hello down in the comment section. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel and giving the video a thumbs up. Help the algorithms to push it out for other viewers. If you're a returning viewer, again, I can't express my gratitude and my love for you guys deeply enough. I know who my people are. I know who's been here since the very beginning of time. I know my returning viewers, and I just love you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, in this reading, I'm going to be using the pronouns he and she. When I read and channel, my guides know that the masculine energy is masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a masculine avatar, right? Or body. And the feminine energy is the feminine energy. So I will be using he and she for feminine, masculine energy, but the body and the, the housing of the soul is just what it is. But we are talking about energy. So the softer, more yielding energy is the feminine energy, and it shows up in my readings as feminine energy, and the masculine energy is the opposite, right? Okay, enough of that. So also, I just want to say, if you'd like to book your own personal private reading, please check out my description box below. Send me an email. If you'd like to join my Patreon, there's a link below to join my Patreon. If you resonate with being a twin flame or being on a sacred soulmate journey, in my Patreon is the 1111. And at that level of membership, that is where you will find tons of resources that I've already uploaded, from shadow work to getting to know who you are at a very core level. There's numerology. There's a ton of preparation work there for the divine couples to start their inner journey. And I upload weekly content, weekly pick-a-pile readings that are not uploaded to YouTube. Also, if you would like to get a free personal reading, a mini reading, check out my Amazon wish list. If you purchase anything off the wish list and send it to me, I will give you a free 15-minute one topic or one question reading as a thank you for your donation. But make sure you send a gift receipt with your topic or question and an email for me to send the video to you. All right, we're just going to get into this reading now. I'm going to do the storyline. We're going to do an energy check-in. We're going to take a look at where it began, where it's at, maybe where it's headed, or just, it's an energy check-in. By the time I'm done doing that, you should know whether or not this is your story. If it is, then please follow through to the end. I'm going to get all kinds of good stuff for you. We're going to get messages. We're going to take a look at the storyline, the energy check-in, then we're going to do thoughts, feeling, intentions, and actions of your person. We're going to get you some advice, and then we're going to get messages from your person and a timing card. So if it doesn't resonate, check out your sun or your moon, your rising, your Venus, and of course cross-watch your person's zodiac as well. If this one doesn't resonate, I'm sure one of them will. Okay, so let's just get into this, shall we? All right, we're going to do 3 shuffles, Spirit, and then we're going to cut the deck and deal out the current energies or the story of this relationship or potential relationship. All right. All right, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. What is the story? Oh, we're not starting off real strong now, are we? All right, let me just sit with this energy for a moment. Back of the deck is the Hanged Man. All right, so I kind of feel Sag. Like there, you know, there was some competition or some conflict. There's maybe arguing or internal conflict here in the past. And you know, this needs clarified for me because I'm kind of getting a couple of downloads here. But I just kind of feel like, you know, for some of you, this is brand new. Although I don't have an ace here, I've got the Fool. And it kind of feels like an opportunity to kind of either start over with somebody where there was a need for change or there was conflict or competition. And, you know, it's kind of like, do I have the strength to start all over again? And this could really be somebody who's been single for a hot minute and maybe been through a lot in past relationships, and they weren't sure, right? They weren't sure. Because there's this healing process, this hope and renewal. So yeah, I'm kind of getting like, for some of you viewing this is brand new. Maybe you just met somebody, or maybe you're wanting to meet somebody. Maybe you're wanting to start over with somebody, or you're wanting a new opportunity, a new chance, a new beginning. It doesn't have, I mean, I kind of set the rules that there should be somebody on your heart and mind. And so it could be, or should be, that you're really kind of wanting to be strong enough to start over again. But I think somebody slid in here that's single, that is kind of hoping that somebody from their past will return. But I don't think there's any evidence yet of that happening. If you resonate with being completely single, you're just thinking about somebody that you wish would return. So regardless, I'm seeing there was conflict, competition. There might have been another person involved. I don't know. I don't see another person. But this is definitely, you know, Am I strong enough to start over again? Am I strong enough to start over again after all this conflict? Then we've got the Two of the Two of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I mean, the Knight of Swords is fast moving energy, and the Two of Wands is options in two different directions. It's like I could go left or I could go right. I have two choices in where I'm moving to. And the Seven of Pentacles is a waiting card. It's like I've planted the seeds. I've put a lot of energy into this, and now I'm re-evaluating. I'm looking at what is growing and asking myself, is it worth waiting for? Is it going to ripen? Is it going to be bountiful? Knight of Swords is about communication. He's a messenger. He brings in really fast, sometimes reckless, not always reckless, but sometimes reckless. Can be reckless with his communication, or just tries to move things along too quickly. It could be sudden communication, or it could just be somebody trying to decide on whether they should wait or cut their losses and go. Because then we have the Magician with the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. This is like wanting to work on it. This is trying to create something and really working hard to create it. This needs clarifying before I go any further, because I'm not sure. So I want to be sure before I really start channeling this message. For Sagittarius, please. Oh, stop. That strength wanted to be seen again. Clarify the Five of Wands. All right, Spirit. I'm going to say my prayer, guys, because I kind of felt in the beginning of this reading like I should have, and then I didn't. And I'm hopping right into this reading after doing Scorpio's reading, and I really didn't take time to ground and center. So let's just pray together real quick. Dear Mother, Father, God, please come into this space and bless it. Make it holy ground. Surround us in the white light of love and protection, and cast my ego to the outside so I may be a clear channel for spirit messages. Cast my viewers' ego to the outside so they may be a clear receiver of spirit messages. We ask that it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to do 2 shuffles and a cut, and then we're going to clarify this stuff. All right, Five of Wands. Why is it here? There it is. Ugh. I don't know if it was on camera. Probably wasn't, because I deal back here off camera, off view. But when I cut the deck into 3, one card refused to let me pick it up. And I looked at it, it was this Two of Wands, and I stuck it back in the deck. And then I dug into the deck like this to get the answer, and I've got the Two of Wands. So somebody here is conflicted about the future. There's a decision that needs to be made about how to move forward. And they're conflicted. Now, it could be internal conflict. It could be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I should go. I don't know if I should do this. Is this right for me? Or this could be, you know, that there's some kind of external conflict, you know. Maybe there's been arguing, there's been differences of opinion, or there's been outside influence. Sometimes the Five of Wands is other people butting their nose in where it doesn't belong, creating drama, you know. But whatever it is here in the past, there's this opportunity for something different, something new. You know, this Two of Wands, this person's holding a globe and he's holding the Ace of Wands, and here we've got the Fool. And so the Five of Wands is there's conflict, and somebody's looking at the decision that needs to be made in order to fix it, you know, for themselves. Like, where do I want to go? Do I want to stay here? Do I want to move forward? They're looking at their future. All right, clarify the Fool. Judgment. See, again, there's an opportunity here. It could be a work opportunity. It could be, you know, going off to school. It could be anything. But somebody in this dynamic has another option. And they're trying to decide if they want to take a leap of faith, if they want to start all over again, or if they want to change something. What is Judgment? Do we want to heal it? See, we've got the Star here too. It's like, do I dare to hope? Somebody's watching this that is not in contact with their person. And I think they've been really holding on to a hope that this person was going to return, that the things were going to turn around, that there was going to be an opportunity down the road. And now I think, and this isn't for everybody, but I definitely am picking up on somebody who is wondering to themselves, you know, should I just give up on the hope of this ever happening? Just, is it ever going to happen? But that isn't for everybody. The rest of you, I just kind of feel like there's a decision to be made, and that we're starting with that. We're starting with conflict, you know, whether it's internal or external, there's conflict here, and somebody's really looking at the future, trying to make a decision on creating healing with a new beginning. And Judgment for me can be the past returning again, you know? So trying to decide if there's hope for the past to renew itself, for a new beginning, a new chance, a new opportunity. Or maybe they're tired of the conflict and they're trying to decide if they should move on. Choose something else. Tell me about strength. Yeah, courage and strength to move on, to move forward. There's definitely this feeling, this antsy feeling of needing movement because there's stagnation. There's somebody who's been waiting around for an apology or an offer or an opportunity, and it Feels like they've been holding a lot of faith and hope that it was going to happen. Because it was destined. And there's that Emperor. So if you resonate with the twin flame journey, this is, you know, could just be you wondering, is this ever going to happen? Am I ever going to get the call? Am I ever going to get the text? Is this ever going to become anything? Or should I just, is it all about the healing? Is it all about the awakening? Is it all about, you know, focusing on my decisions, my future? Where am I going with this? Do I have the strength and balance to move forward? Or can we create, or will there ever be an opportunity to create healing, awakening, balance, and forward movement? You're kind of hard to read, Sag. Tell me about this Two of Wands. Why is it here, Spirit? Twice. High Priestess. This is about knowing. It's the inner knowing. It's being guided by Spirit. It's, you know, trusting your intuition when you make decisions. I think your intuition is telling you that you really need to look at your options. You need to look at what you want, you know, and it could literally be moving. I mean, we've got a lot of moving cards with the Chariot and the Two of Wands, looking at the, you know, the layout of the land with the globe in your hand. It could be literal moving. But this is about going within and kind of listening to your higher self, listening to your intuition before making this choice. And really wanting to do the right thing, to trust your intuition. Feels like your intuition is telling you that this is, you know, you shouldn't be stagnant. You shouldn't be waiting for anything. You should be looking at your life, looking at your future. You should be building it and not waiting for anyone. Because whatever is meant for you will show up for you. But there was work here that needed to be done. I feel like this is all your energy, my viewer. Doesn't have to be. Could be the other person. The other person looking at their options, looking at their future. You know, needing to heal. There's needing to put work in and heal. Trying to manifest something. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Waiting around for that opportunity, for that renewal, for that offer, for that text, that phone call, that next beginning. What is the Ace of Pentacles? What are they wanting? Transformation. At first I heard an ending, but no, they don't want an ending. They want a beginning, but they want it different. There's an awakening. This could be some of my twinsies watching this, knowing that change had to happen, that, you know, renewal has to come different. Like this. Oh, what a hot mess. I just threw all my cards shuffling. It really feels like an awakening, like a spiritual awakening. Like somebody is learning some very deep lessons through this connection. It's a very spiritual connection. We've got divine counterparts here with the High Priestess and the Magician. So, of course, it's not going to be for everybody, but it definitely feels like some of my twin flame sacred soulmates are watching this. And this is about a soul's journey. And, you know, if you resonate with the twin flame journey, or even just a high-level soulmate who triggers an awakening within you, then you have to understand it's going to trigger awakening within the other person too. But it doesn't feel like that sometimes on the journey. It feels like it's all you, you know, it's all me. I'm the only one that's spiritually awakening, creating change. It's just that it's a mirror. And so I do see that there is more work to be done here. But whoever is kind of waiting for a text or a phone call or a new beginning or a new opportunity, it's part of the awakening. I mean, we've got, come on, we've got the Star, the Chariot. I mean, look at all the majors. This is big. This is spiritual big stuff, okay? Spiritual big stuff. This is destined healing. Destined healing. The kind of healing where when you get to the other side, you are not the same person that you were when you started. You're just not. You've had an ego death. You've had an awakening. You've had purging, crying, releasing. And somebody here is, it feels like somebody's wondering whether or not it's real. Is this real? Or you know, I've already done my healing. I've already done my work. And, you know, now I'm just waiting for the other person. And if that's the case, we never wait for anybody. We hold space. What does that mean? How do we hold space? Well, when we hold space, it's faith, the Star. It's, I have faith that what is meant for me is already aligning and finding its way to me. It's faith that if it's meant to be, it will be. It's faith that you focus on your own highest and best healing. You know, what's good for you? What do you need? Where are you going? And waiting for the other person puts you in a pattern of lack of faith, which feels counterproductive because, you know, I can hear somebody saying, but if I'm waiting with faith, how is it lack of faith because I'm waiting? Because, see, you're not meant to wait. You're meant to blossom. You're meant to create your highest and best life. You're meant to use the energy and frequency of this person to mirror back to you your own limitations, your own fears, your own triggers. And when those triggers come up, you are meant to transmute them. You are meant to deal with them, to forgive or to purge or to understand, go deeper. Not deeper outside of yourself, but deeper within yourself, because the transformation happens at home first. It starts inside and works, you know, once something shifts and changes inside of you, then everything outside of you begins to shift and change as well. As within, so without. As above, so below. And if you aren't on a twin flame journey, then this person has triggered you into a real awakening, or at least the thought or hopes of having this person is triggering an awakening within you. So let's go to the Knight of Swords, Spirit. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Clear, because this is the one throwing me, these two knights is what's really throwing me here. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Yeah, see? Worry, stress. It really feels like all you think about. And if it is your person, then it's all they can think about. They're like, all I can think about is how do I communicate? You know, it's like sometimes when you really fear something, you just bite the bullet and blurt it out, you know, or you just rush things. I clarify the Nine of Swords? It's like worrying about communicating, or what is the Knight of Swords? Why is he here? Get down. It feels like somebody in this dynamic is wanting to reach out. So this could be your person. Maybe your person is really stressed and worried about reaching out. You know, maybe you're sitting around waiting for them to reach out. Maybe they're sitting around stagnant, trying to, you know, maybe they're going through their part of the awakening and they're just really stressed and worried. This feels like that part of the journey where they're the first thing that you think of when you wake up in the morning, and then you think and worry about them all day long, and then they're the last thought you have before you go to bed, and then you dream about them. And it's like the biggest fear here is the fear of you know, some people have a fear of not succeeding. And then other people actually have a fear of success. They're like, well, what if it works? What if I'm actually, what if I actually get what I want? It feels like self-sabotage. Like, I know I could have what I want, but then when I get it, I sabotage it. It's like this worry and fear of having to maintain an image of success. This is a really, really confusing reading. The energy is very Neptunian, Piscean. It feels like it's message in a bottle. It's like bits and pieces that need put together. It feels etheric. It feels 5D is what it feels. So, you know, guys, if this doesn't resonate, you can always go check your other placements. But this kind of feels like a sacred soulmate or a twin flame. It feels like the great awakening. And it's not just happening for one person. It's happening for both people. It's the dark night of the soul. It's the death of the ego, dark night of the soul, right? I don't know if it's you going through this or if it's your person going through this. It kind of feels like one person is waiting for the other person, and the other person might be going through the dark night of the soul. And Spirit's saying, listen, you know, it takes time, needs time. In time, this person is awakening. They need time to see things differently. They need to reevaluate. They're going through a life review, dark night of the soul. And there is hope here for healing and renewal and success, but it needs huge transformation and change. And it feels like destiny. It feels like destiny. All right, tell me about the Magician. Why is the Magician here? See, this person is trying to reconcile. Look at union, guys. I'm telling you, if you're not on a twin flame journey, this might not be your reading this month. Check your other placements, but somebody needs to hear this that is watching for a Sagittarius or is a Sagittarius. This is about trying to manifest union. Oh yeah. We now have the Emperor and the Empress, divine masculine and divine feminine. But there's nostalgia, there's missing, there's, you know, the good old days. You feel like home. It feels like, you know, you're my soulmate, my destiny, my person. And it's about alignment. See, when we manifest, it's not about wanting. It's not, you know, a lot of these videos talk about your vision board. You have to dream it, and we absolutely do, but we also have to vibrationally align with it, because everything already exists. There's already a timeline where the two of you are already together, especially if you're sacred soulmates. The thing is can we, in this lifetime, in this timeline, can we match frequency and vibration together in order to have the union? Can we bring this into alignment? Can we manifest this? Tell me about the Six of Cups. This person doesn't want to lose you, or you don't want to. It's hard to tell who's who here, because I do think this is a sacred soulmate. I think it's a mirror. It's one soul sharing two experiences, and so you're going to mirror each other. And so I don't know if I'm reading you or reading them, but you know, it's like your energies are very similar, which is always good. When the energies are mirroring each other so deeply, it is an opportunity for union energies, simply because you're both in the same frequency. But what frequency are you in? Are you in the frequency of ego, of fear? Are you in the frequency of love? Or are you in the frequency of waiting? Or you know, you have to both be in union energies. And this is somebody who doesn't want to let go of you, or you don't want to let go of them. This is two people trying to manifest this. But there's still work to be done. There's still work in the progress here. Tell me about the work. What work is happening? There's that Page of Pentacles. I saw it somewhere else. I don't remember where, but there it is. It's all about this Ace of Pentacles. This person could be working on their stability. They could be, you know, their foundation. Maybe they lost their job, or maybe they got a divorce and lost half of what they own. Maybe they're trying to rebuild their financial stability, or maybe they're just working on their self-worth, you know, their own personal feelings of value. But they know that they have to bring this Ace of Pentacles, and they are working on it, but they don't feel stable. They feel fear. Maybe fear that you'll reject them. Maybe they have a rejection wound. What is this Page of Pentacles? It's that offer. It's that movement. It's like, you know, Pentacles is slow and steady. It's the grind, right? Especially with the Eight of Pentacles. It's all about the grind. Get down, kitty. Get down. It's slow and steady wins the race. It's, you know, reliable. You can bite it and bury it in the backyard. It's like this person is not used to being earth energy. It's like they're used to moving fast. They're used to acting impetuously, moving really fast. I think they're trying to slow down. I think they've been holding back because maybe in the past they were too in and out, and they're working on that. I'm working on not being that way anymore. I want things to get better. And I keep throwing cards all over the place. They really want to move this forward. They want things to get better between you. They want life to get better. But I think they are purposely, or they're purposely trying to slow down and do something right instead of rushing. And they want to do it right, is what I'm hearing. They want to do it right this time. They really, they kind of recognize that if they move too fast, they could, you know, disrupt the boat, knock the boat over. This is about self-worth for somebody. It's like, am I worthy? And this is somebody who's impetuous, or used to be impetuous. Somebody who is in and out, and who knows that they cannot be that way again. If they are, they stand to lose the other person. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? There's that moon. That's the one I dropped in the floor, guys, just so you know. And I was shuffling like crazy. So this person just really wants to commit. They want to balance this out. They know they've taken a long time. Look at, I'm just gonna, I could channel and channel and channel on this, but I get so sick of this energy because I've been in this holding pattern myself on one of these sacred soulmate twin flame journeys. Obviously, the other person, whether you believe it or not, because sometimes I don't, even if you can't see it, even if you can't know it, even if it's not in the physical reality with the magician, it hasn't manifested yet. The other person absolutely is going through the dark night of the soul, just like you did. They are absolutely awakening spiritually, learning hard life lessons. They're purging. They're going through a lot of tough times, and they know that they cannot return until they grow up, until they know who they are, until they know what they want, until they're ready to boss up, until they're absolutely ready. And so one person is waiting and trying to decide if they should just move forward and forget about the whole thing. And the other person is worried that that's exactly what they're going to do, and trying to rush the awakening process because they feel like they're losing their person. And Spirit, I don't think that this person is holding back as much as the universe is holding this back, because this awakening has to happen in both people. They absolutely have to mirror each other in the healing process as much as they mirror each other in the longing process, where I think both people have been stuck for a while is longing for the other. But if you are divine feminine energy, you're being encouraged to pursue your highest and best life, and you don't wait, you hold space. And holding space means trusting that what is meant to happen is going to happen in divine timing. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. Takes time, needs time, in time. Some people find union fast, other people it takes lifetimes. And so, you know, it's not about waiting. It's about the more work you do on yourself, the better foundation you build in your own life, the higher frequency and vibration you find in your healing process, the quicker this other person finds theirs, because they are an aspect of you. Don't rush this person. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. If you need to go back to school, or if you need to move, you know, maybe you're thinking about moving to another city or state or country. Trust me. Trust me, because I know when the time is right, they will find you. It doesn't matter where you are on the planet. They will find you. Union is kind of destined. And I try to tell myself and my viewers sometimes that physical union isn't always in the cards. And maybe it isn't. But boy, it sure feels like life is never going to go back to normal again until union happens. So I don't know. I'm on this journey. I'm just here to tell you that, you know, if you are the divine feminine, you should absolutely do what's best for you and hold space in your heart with your intuition, knowing that this person is coming back. They will return, and they will return as the emperor, but they can't return as the emperor until they go through the dark night of the soul, till they go through the ego death, till they go through the hard times and the shifts and the hard work and the building their foundation and stability and looking at, it's a life review. You know, where have I done things right and where have I done things wrong, and where do I need to mature and where do I need to grow and where do I need to change my belief systems and let go of trauma and past energies that need to be healed and forgiven and purged out of my bloodline, out of my ancestral line, out of me, out of my personal journey. It takes time. And so if you have been in a holding pattern waiting for somebody to return, I see the potential right here that they are going to return. You just need to let them do it. You can't send them rushing energies. You can't give them ultimatums. You can't, you have to allow them the time it takes to get to where they are the emperor, or you'll just repeat another cycle and go back to the holding pattern again. So I don't know that this is going to resonate with everyone, but look where I cut the deck, you know, Knight of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. This person's going to return. They just need time. They want to show up right. They need to show up right. Just as badly as you need them to show up right. All right, so now I'm going to take a look at your person's... Oh, it's over here. I'm like, where'd my deck go? We're going to look at your person's thoughts about you, feelings about you, intentions towards you, and their next course of action in the month of June. For Sagittarians, please, or my viewer, my viewer's person, on their heart and mind, my viewer's person. Yep. I was going to draw and Spirit said, nope, cut them, please. All right. For Sagittarius or my viewer, for my viewer, their person's thoughts, King of Wands. Their person's feelings, Hangman. Their person's intentions, Ace of Cups. Gotta love the Ace of Cups for intentions, guys. And their most likely next action, we have Four of Swords. So see, this person is still healing. You may not hear from this person in the month of June, but this person totally wants to boss up. You set them on fire. You hold them to a standard. And they know that. When you talk to this person or deal with this person, they feel like you really see them as a visionary leader, as a passionate go-getter, creator. Like they can feel your expectations. But in their heart space, they're just trying. For me, in these kind of energies, when I start seeing the energies of divine counterparts, the hangman for me is the caterpillar in the process of dying in order to rebirth and break through the chrysalis to the new person, the renewed, the butterfly, right? This person's going through it right now. They're not done. They're not done. They're still going through the death and rebirth process. And then their intentions are beautiful. It's like, my intentions are, I love you. When I think about you, I want to bring this cup of love. You make me gush. It's like my cup runneth over. I want a new beginning, a new emotional connection with you. But the action in the month of June is there's more healing taking place. This person's really trying to recover, maybe financially, maybe emotionally, maybe, in lots of different ways. Clarify this King of Wands, please. Clarify for their thoughts about my viewer. Look at the Tower, divine intervention. I told you I felt like Spirit was actually had a hand in keeping the two of you apart, because this person has experienced a Tower moment. Now that could be anything. It could be they lost their job, or they got divorced, or their house burned down. I mean, who knows? It could be anything. Or this could just be the awakening process itself, where it's just, whoa, who I was and what I was doing and how I was living my life is just so off my soul's path. And the divine just stepped in, and possibly when they met you, it hit them, and it hit them in a very spiritual, divine intervening way. And so when they think about you, they have this reckoning. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here in their heart space? I like that the heart is locked on you, though. Oh, and we've got the Devil. So again, I get the feeling that this person's going through the dark night of the soul. They're going through the phase of the divine counterparts where, all I can think about is you, or all I can think about is everything, not just you. You're the catalyst for this toxic behavior, because all of a sudden, and some of them are looking at their addictions, or some of them are just hung up and obsessing over you in the heart space. But I mean, when I look at this King of Fire and I look at this candle burning, and it's the Devil with obsession, and they're hung up, it just feels like they're longing in their heart space. They are hung up and over obsessing about you. And possibly because of that, they're looking at everything that they've ever done and needing to reassess, see things differently. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Why is it here in the intentions? What is the Ace of Cups? Queen of Pentacles, nurturing. See, this person misses you. They miss how you make them feel loved and special. How you have this undying, unconditional, nurturing love for them. And their intentions are that they miss that they really want that back. But I think there's fear around whether or not they can create it, or if they're even worthy of it. Some of them might even be hoping that you will reach out, but unless you're really pushed by spirit to do so, I would say don't. All right, tell me about the Four of Swords. What are they healing? What's going on here for the action in June? Three of Wands, awaiting results. What are they waiting for? Nine of Cups, satisfaction, wish fulfillment, and Ten of Cups. So this person is trying to heal. They're really reflecting on who they are, what they want. Can this happen? I don't think you'll hear from them in June. I think they're purging in June. And if you are resonating with this reading, then you know exactly what a purge is. I mean, you literally cry out lifetimes and ancestral lineage, and you release so much, right? You really kind of go through an ego death, and you really are called to the mat and wrestle with your own demons. And I think this person is going to be doing this in the month of June, and I feel like it's not the first time they've done it. But with the Four of Swords, that's usually a respite. It's, you know, I need time to heal. I need time to reflect. I need time to process. So you may not hear from this person in the month of June, but whether you can see it in your external experience or not, this person really is awakening, and they really are healing, and they really are going through the dark night of the soul. And maybe you thought they never would. Maybe you thought it was all you, and, you know, but it's not. This person, absolutely, because they are you, right? They are you, and as within, so without. So if they're the matrix twin, then whatever you've done within you is now manifesting and becoming reality in your external world, which means the matrix twin, it's now their turn. And I think you need to allow time for that to happen. Sorry for the kitty butt, but she thinks she belongs here in the middle of my readings. All right, we're going to get messages from your person. Then we're going to get you some advice and a timing card. Messages for my viewer's person. Messages for my viewer's person. Messages, clear, concise messages for my viewer from their person. All right. I want to be more than friends. And there's the kitty. You're going to burn your tail. We have, I want to feel that way again. I love you. I can't stop thinking about you. I believe this with all my heart, guys. The timing just wasn't right for us. That's true, because I see misalignment. And I don't react when people mention you. I want you. Let's get messages for my viewer from their person in the month of June. Clear, concise messages for my viewers in the month of June. Clear, concise messages for my viewer in the month of June. Wow, I got a lot to say. All right, bottom of the deck. You have so many choices and options. I know you from somewhere. That's at 6 of Cups energy. You are right. I think we should slow down. No, I think they should slow down with that Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. I think this person had a habit of rushing, like hot and cold. And we have Ace of Wands. There's that passion. I'm too afraid to talk to you. 8 of Swords. We have Strength card with ego. I do believe that I am addicted to you with ego. They're going through that dark night of the soul. Seek professional advice, and what do you want? This person could be, I know in my own dark night of the soul, I was like consuming YouTube videos. For me, it was tarot, tarot readings, trying to get advice from spirit. But the Matrix twin may do it differently. I don't know. They may actually seek counseling, or they may talk to their friends, or they might watch YouTube videos on self-improvement or how to better their stability or whatever. It could be very different, but I feel like we're dealing with a Matrix twin here. And remember, masculine and feminine can show up in any gender body. It doesn't have to be a man and a woman. It could be woman and woman, man and man. Whatever is your circumstances, nobody knows it better than you. So let's get you some advice. I'm going to get you an animal spirit guide. Dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence, exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. That is such divine feminine energy, right? This is about creating your own highest and best life. It's about being high vibrational. It's about having fun with life. Fulfilling your destiny doesn't have to be difficult. After you've gone through your dark night of the soul and your purge and your healing experience, now it's time for you to create the life that you want. And to be confident and bold, and to let go of fears and stagnancy and waiting. Don't wait for anybody, because you don't have to. You are quantumly entangled. Where you go, they will come. Trust me. It's quantum entanglement. You can't cut cords. You can't sever a connection like this. So, dive into your wisdom, which you've already been learning about and honing your skills with. And go with the flow. Get in the boat, tuck in your arms and legs, and trust. Trust that everything that is meant to happen is already happening. All right, advice for my viewer, please. Advice for my viewer, please. Advice for my viewer. Advice for my viewer. Advice for my viewer. Wow, there's a lot of advice coming through. Normally I just draw the card, but I was told to shuffle, so here we go. So we have death in reverse. We have determination. Well, actually, Spirit said this one came out next. Ghost and determination. So again, I believe this is not over. I believe this person is, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. This person is, you may feel ghosted. You may feel haunted by this person. You may feel like this is not over with death in reverse. But Spirit's saying, the sun is right here. Don't give up. This determination card feels like don't give up. Don't wait, but tackle your own personal mountains, your own, you know, hone your own skills, find your own happiness. Because as within, so without. Anything that you're doing inside of you, you are going to manifest outside of you with your matrix twin. And so you're not meant to give up, even though it feels like it's over and you've been ghosted possibly. This person is going through a death and rebirth process, and I believe they will return. I really do. I don't think it'll be in the month of June. I think you're going to have to hold the frequency and vibration, focus on yourself, focus on your business, focus on creating a better life, you know, whatever it is you're being divinely guided to focus on. And just trust the process. If you've been feeling like, if I move from this spot, if I do, you know, maybe you've got options to go somewhere or to travel or to, you know, move beyond this relationship. Maybe you met somebody new or want to meet somebody new. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter what you do, you can't get it wrong. You can delay things. You can be the cause of the delay. When you start stagnating and waiting, you're creating a vibration and frequency of stagnation and waiting. And so the moment you, with determination, decide to fulfill your own destiny, this person is not far behind. Trust me. Okay, let's get you a timing card, and then we're just going to end this reading. My cat's going to end up burning her tail. I can smell it, kitty. You need to keep your tail away. Oh, you don't listen. You are a hardhead. Yeah, can you smell it? You were getting too close. All right, timing card. Your choice. You are running the show and you get to decide. Power, authority, and status. I'm feeling called to take the bottom of the deck. I don't usually do that, but I'm feeling called. Many factors. Timing is fragile and complex and multifaceted now. Delicate precision and clarity. See, this is all about, there's lots of things playing out here. But you are the creator. I mean, your matrix twin is your mirror. It's you. You know, do you want to stagnate and wait, or do you want to, you know, powerfully, with determination, create the kind of life that you know you deserve to have? And so you're running the show now. You get to decide. Once you step into your own power and authority and status, you are absolutely giving the energy through that quantum entanglement, that umbilical cord, if you will, to your matrix twin. And so trust in the process, focus on you. That's what the twin flame journey is all about, is focusing on you, because they are you. They're just your shadow you, right? They're the false you. And so the more you clear away the false you and start stepping into the real you, the more this person will mirror you and do the same. All right. I love you guys. I know this reading probably wasn't for everyone, but if you stayed till the end, my guess is it resonated. Please drop me a comment in the section below, the comment section. Let me know if you viewed this and if it resonated by giving, I don't know, drop a crown. How's that? If this is your story and you're owning it, drop a crown in the comment section down below. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next upload. Namaste.